win. Let's see what it says. I really don't want to weigh anymore, but whatever. Why stop now?
490.8 pounds.
490, yay. Thank you, scale. Okay, guys, I have to write it down. I'll be back. What's up, guys? It's your boy, Reese Boy, back with another video. I don't know why I did that. So we're having premiere this morning, as you guys know already. If I can open it, I just put lotion on my hands. Okay. Guys, this is like the best lotion in the world. Like, it is so good. It is so good. It has cocoa butter, and it works on black people who have dry skin a lot. It works on us a lot. So I use it. And you can see all the scars that I have on my arm. Those are from scratches. I don't know if you guys can see that this right here. Oh, I have a story to tell you guys. Okay, I'm gonna tell you the story and then show you the scar. Okay, so this happened to me a long time ago, okay? I don't know how old I was. I was probably like 10 or 11 or 12, I'm not sure. I was probably like 10 or 11 or 12. And I remember exactly what happened. I will never forget this day. Okay, so we were homeschooled, me and my brother, when we were little. And we lived on the farm. And we were homeschooled. And I'm sorry, I feel like the lotion is still running. Okay, anyways. So we were homeschooled. You know, and it was one of those mornings where, like, you wake up late or you wake up... Because when you're homeschooled, you can really sleep in if you want. But we couldn't. You know, my mom would wake us up pretty early. It'd be like 9 o'clock to start school. We'd have recess, and then recess would turn into just being off the rest of the day because we would try to get all our work done in the morning so we had the rest of the day to just play with my best friend down the street. Or sometimes we would do school with him, too, because his mom homeschooled him and his brother, too. So... you know, he would call up and be like, are you guys done with school? And we were like, yeah. And we're like, are you? And he would be like, yeah. And then he would come up and we would just play around the farm all day, go fishing, swim, whatever. But anyways, this day, he was out of town. He went to his grandparents' house, who actually lived in Florida. And we lived in Ohio at the time. But then they moved back. So anyways, so they were down here in Miramar, Florida. Yeah. Or no, Miami. They were in Miami. So anyways. So I remember exactly what happened that morning. We were getting ready. My mom was in the basement folding clothes or something and was like, guys, your breakfast is on the counter, blah, 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 blah. I'll be up in a minute, you know, stay out of trouble, because we always got in trouble together. Like, me and my brother were always doing something. So my brother had this smart idea, let's microwave an egg. I'm like, what? Why? I saw it on this show because we could only watch educational shows back then. So he saw it on some educational show. So he put 2 eggs in a mug with water, put it in the microwave, put it for, I forget how many minutes. We took it out. Oh my God. Guys, this is just, it's bad, but it's funny too. So we took it out, right? And then she was like, what are you guys doing? Because we were really quiet. And we're like, nothing. And then she's like, sure. And then we took it out. He got the cups out of there. Mugs were super, super hot, but you could hold the handle. So he brought it out, put it on the counter. He was like, oh my God, what do we do? What do we do? I'm like, I don't know. And then I'm like, okay, let's poke it with the knife. So I go get a knife. I poke it. The egg explodes all over my face, all over my chest, all over my arms, everything. And I wasn't wearing a shirt because she was trying to get us shirts downstairs. And he starts laughing. I'm burning, literally burning. I look like a clown. And I'm like screaming bloody murder. So she runs upstairs and starts laughing because she thought it was funny. And I'm like, it's not funny. I'm in pain. I'm in pain. So then, like, literally, I was luckily I didn't burn out. Like, I didn't burn my eyes, you know, like I didn't go blind. And luckily I didn't burn off my eyelashes because it was just, and I was like, I looked up and I'm just like in pain, literally in pain. And I got this scar on my arm. If you guys can see it up here, it's like a big scar right here. And then all of this was burnt, and my whole side of my face was burnt, and I had scars. So then I was in so much pain. So then she took me to the hospital. They were like, he has 3-degree burns on his face, on his arms from the egg being so hot. And was like, how did this happen? And I'm like, we weren't listening, and this is what happens when you don't listen. And then we went to go pick up my sisters from college, and then they laugh with their friends, but they're like, it's not fun. I was like, it's not funny. I'm really in pain. And I just felt hot the whole day and smelled like burnt egg. And I was like, oh my God. And then, yeah, I never listened to him again after that. I said, no more experience because I always get hurt, okay? It's not fair. So that was one little story about my life. Then there was another story. There's another story that is kind of sad, but it was interesting. So I remember my mom was tired. She had a long day, and my sisters were watching us, and they were like, "Go play outside, whatever. I'll keep an eye on you guys." And so we went outside, or I was in the kitchen, probably finding something to eat because that's when I started eating. And my brother went outside before me. And then I come in the garage and he's trying to play with matches and light the garage on fire because he was lighting it on a trash can. So my stupid self says, go light something in the barn, because that was where all the wood was and whatever. So I'm like, go light something in the barn, not thinking he was really going to listen to me. So he goes to the barn, he lights the match, drops the match cuts all the straw. Straw is what you give to the animals to eat, or hay is what you give to the animals to eat. Straw is what you make like for them to lie down on, or a nest, or something like that. And I'm allergic to them because my asthma, it has so much dust, and it messed up my asthma back then. So I wasn't really allowed in the barn with the door shut or anything because I could have an asthma attack and die. So I never really went in the barn by myself. And then I go out there and he comes, the barn's on fire, the barn's on fire. I'm like, no. It's because it was small at first. So I'm like, let's run and get the water hose. So we get the water hose, we try to put it out. By the time we get to open the door, it's like boom everywhere. Like it's up everywhere, coming out the doors and everything. Because oxygen made it spread or whatever. So I'm like, yeah, we need to go tell someone. So we run and tell my sister, the barn's on fire, the barn's on fire. And then she wakes up my mom. My mom comes, my sister calls 911. My other sister grabs me and my brother, move us to the other side of the farm so we don't get in trouble. And it makes the news, it makes the newspaper. The fire department comes, the whole street is like filled with like looky-loos, nosy neighbors trying to find out what happened. Is anyone hurt? Oh my God, it was so embarrassing. So then we were known as the two little boys that burnt down the barn. And that went with us pretty much our whole life when we lived in that town. Because everyone was like, don't let them play with matches. So we lost one of our favorite turkeys called Turkey something. I forget what the turkey's name was. And it was our oldest turkey, and it was so sweet. We lost her. She died. And then we lost a sheep, I think. And then we lost all our hay and all our straw and all our setup of the right fences, that how we had it. We had it set up perfectly for when the sheep would have the babies during the winter time. For whatever reason, the sheep always had their babies during like below 0 or something, and it was always cold. So we had the stall set up so they could just come right in the barn and go right to their stall and stay in there until they had the baby, and then after with the baby. But it got burnt down, and I think like a year later we rebuilt the barn. But the original barn that was there when we moved to the house in 1994, I think that's when we moved to the farm, was gone. But we could never live down that story. People always said, you two are the ones that burnt down the barn. Da, 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 da. Y'all are arsonists and all this other stuff. And I'm like, it was an accident, And I remember the firefighters talked to us. They're like, listen, kids, you guys don't play with fire. That's dangerous. You're lucky that you guys didn't die in the fire, or someone else get hurt. So that was technically our punishment because we were scared to death. Oh, and our van that we moved from Virginia to here was parked in front of the barn. It caught on fire, exploded, and literally burned. And you could see the explosion too. And it was a 1990 something Chrysler minivan, blue. And it was in the family for a long time. And it caught on fire and exploded. And we really felt really crappy for like a long time because we thought like people were going to hate us. We thought people were not going to talk to us. We were just like, some people thought it was cool. Some people thought it was dangerous. Some people were like, it's just stupid. My best friend thought it was cool. He's like, wow, I'm like, that's not cool. That's bad. I'm like, we could have died. We could have killed somebody. So we had like a lot of good stories on the farm, just different stuff. Like I definitely want to show you guys where I grew up one day. Like if I can get my YouTube, when my YouTube will still be going, but whenever I can get to Ohio, I definitely want to blog it and show you guys the house that I grew up in, and show you where we used to hang out and where we used to do sleepovers and different stuff. But I don't know. Today is one of those days that I feel depressed. As soon as I opened my eyes this morning at like 4 o'clock, I was like, oh crap. It's one of those days. Like I hate depression. Like I really, 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 really hate it. Cause it comes and it goes and it comes and it goes and it comes and it goes. And anyone who's dealt with depression knows what I'm talking about. I have both. I have depression and anxiety. So it's like they both suck so bad because it's like when it's both of them together, I literally can't get out of bed. But if it's them as separate, it's even bad too because it's like when I have anxiety, it's like I'm shaking, I'm jumpy, like, and I'm very like just, oh my god, I don't know. But today is just depression. Like I don't know why. I don't know if it's because I'm getting closer and closer and closer to surgery, or is it because I'm like I feel like I should be doing more with my life now that I'm smaller, and I feel like I'm not doing anything yet. So I feel like I'm starting to second guess myself. Like, what's my purpose? Why am I here? Why am I here? Why am I here? You know, and those are type of the things that I'm having. But then, like another part of me is like, Matthew, you should be proud of yourself. You've lost 125 pounds. That's a whole person, and you're back in the forest. You haven't been in the forest since 2014. So it's like you should be really proud of yourself for how far you come. And I tell myself that, but then it's like that little negative person just comes back like, oh, you ain't gonna make it. You're gonna fall. You're going to relapse. Blah 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 blah. And then listening to other stuff is just like really depressed me and just made me sad. And I remember, I think someone commented that I'm a caring person, and that when you're a Cancer, you can feel when someone else is going through stuff. And I just, oh my god, I think I watch too much YouTube. I really do because I literally can watch a YouTuber and truly see that that person's in pain, but they don't know how to talk about it. Like that's what kills me. Like literally kills me. Is that they're in pain and they don't know what to say, and then they'll fake it and they'll say something different, like everything's okay, I'm cool, I'm fine. But it's like, no, you're not. You're hurting inside from I don't know what reason because I don't know you, but and I'm not patting myself on the back, but I promise you, when I talk to people, they share their whole life story with me in the shorter little amount of time that we've met. It happens to me all the time. I could be in the checkout line and this lady tell me her whole story, you know, and then ask me what do I think. It could be a cashier, it could be anybody, you know. That's just I don't know. And I love it because I love helping people and I love hearing their stories and telling them what I've been through so I can help them. But like at the same time, I'm like, oh. I think I'm gonna slow down watching YouTuber because there's a lot of YouTubers that I'm like I want to help so bad, but it's like. And then I was watching Aaron Carter's live videos yesterday, and I just was like, I can't, because he feels like people are attacking him if people say that he needs to get help, but then he is feeling like, you know, and I can't, I can't, I had to stop. I watched for one whole hour, and I was like, yeah, you gotta stop. You wanna stop. And then he gave out his number so people could call him and say whatever. And I was like, I'm not calling you because, no. You're not ready to hear anything people have to say, really. So you gotta wait. But anyways, guys, I love you so much for watching. Something is in my eye. I love you guys so much for watching. Have an awesome Monday. It is Monday. And I will see you guys later. I'm so excited for Wednesday to get this whole class over with. And to enjoy my Thanksgiving with my aunt and uncle. I won't be able to eat any of the food. I'll be drinking my shake, but still, I'm excited. So I love you guys. Peace.